Hey guys, Sus here bringing you another video. Now welcome to something very different here on the second channel. So on stream today, right at the end, I said to my stream, I love cars. I'm a big car person, and obviously the recent update, 20 minutes of it was including talking about, I'm going to be getting a new car. So I thought I'd give an update on that, and then I also thought let's build the car that I'm planning on getting. And the first thing to say, this again isn't a showy off thing at all. This is just something part of my life. I've built the car a couple times, but there are some things that I'm like unsure about, or more feedback and like people going, that looks good, that looks good. It's going to be useful. Ultimately it's my decision, but maybe someone will have a perspective that is useful to me. So that's kind of why. So the update to the car. So Sunday we picked up my sister's new car, and it's lovely. She got herself up here. She got an A-Class. It's relatively new. It got updated at the beginning of the year. It got, the old one I mentioned wasn't reviewed very well. They updated it, and now it's reviewing fantastically. And she opted for a couple of the packages. She got it in white. It looks great, and she's had it now literally a day. And yeah, she really enjoys it. We went out last night for a meal, and she drove. She obviously went to work today, and obviously, yeah, all good. She's used to a Mini, and obviously it's quite a larger car than a Mini, so she has to get used to that. But overall, she's really happy, and to be honest, me going there on Sunday to the Mercedes dealership, it sold me on mine. So in the car park of the lot, obviously they have millions of cars, and they unfortunately, so my two, obviously the ones that I narrowed it down to were the A-Class Saloon up here, and then we've got the where is it? It's somewhere like randomly every now and then it doesn't appear. Like, watch this. I do our cars, our models. Watch it appear now. Show more, and then there it is. It just randomly sometimes doesn't appear. So it was between the A-Class Saloon here and the CLA. Obviously, with my sister picking up her car, I also could speak to people, etc. And they said, we don't have any A-Class Saloons. We haven't really... I think they said that we haven't sold any so far, or like the orders haven't come through yet. So obviously, it's a very new car, the A-Class Saloon. So they didn't even have an example to show me, which I was like, damn. But what they did have is the CLA. And the really weird thing... I'm not a fatalist at all. I don't believe in fate. I believe in just life in general. But the saleswoman that we were dealing with, her current company Mercedes car is a CLA coupe in the exact colour and more or less the spec that I want. And I was like, well, that's crazy chances, isn't it? So we're probably going to go for this. And again, I wasn't sure about it because I was like, is it too slopey? Is it too severe? Looking at it in person, it's fine. Like, it is completely fine. So let's build it, because again, some people may have never done this before. I've done it once, but then I didn't need to. If you know the story of my 2 Series, I was going in there thinking I was going to order from the factory. Again, this type of thing could happen to me again. Going in there thinking I was going to order from the factory, and they had a pre-registered car, so it technically had an owner, but the owner was the dealership. So it was brand new, and you got like £4,000 off. So that the 2 Series was a 32,500 car. I got it for 28. So pretty good saving, and yeah, so it was nice. But here's another story that we have to say. So it's between these two, the two lines. So the CLA 220 AMG Line Coupe or the CLA 250 AMG Line Coupe. I'm sure most of you can imagine which one I want. It's the 250. Again, for a price difference of what, £800, you're getting 224 horsepower. This is having a little dance for some reason. 224 horsepower versus 190 for less than £1,000. So I thought that is more than worth it. Here's the problem. They might be out of stock of this engine. So Mercedes obviously use the same engines in a lot of their cars. The 250 engine in this is the same 250 engine in the A-Class, the B-Class, the C-Class, even maybe the E-Class. Like, it's the same engine, and it's a very popular engine, obviously being more powerful. And she said, that the sales rep, I can't guarantee, if you ordered it from factory, etc., I can't guarantee a delivery time before Christmas. And that made me kind of go, Okay. So what I'm actually doing on this Wednesday, I'm actually test driving this one, and I'm going to see if it's enough. But in the back of my mind, I'm always like, for less than £1,000, like when you're working it out on car payments, it's like nothing extra a month practically. In a year or two time, I will probably beat myself up going, if only you waited a couple more months and you'd have, that much horsepower. And again, to make it clear to people, because, some people may not know cars, is that a big difference? Not really. It's not a massive difference, but in 0 to 60 times, it's a 0.7 of a second difference. And when you're only talking about, I think it's like 7 seconds, 6 or 7 seconds, 0 to 60 time, 0.7 of a second is significant. So I think the 250 goes 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, and the 220 goes 0 to 60 in 7 seconds dead. Again, put it in perspective, my current car, that is a sports coupe, does it in 8.8. So either of them are faster, but I think I'll just beat myself up if I just don't wait a couple more months. I'm not in a crazy rush, obviously. And also, if things just went orange, it's because it just turned 8 o'clock at night, and my screen goes orange when it turns 8 o'clock at night for my eyes. But let's configure this one. But again, I would say it's a relatively fun thing to do, this, by the way. If you just want to have fun, a lot of the dealerships have them. But there's the car in its 360 glory. Now these, if they are the same as the A-Class, which they may or may not be, I'm not sure, I didn't actually look, they might be fake exhausts. On my sister's new car, they are fake exhausts. The exhaust is actually underneath the car. This is just for aesthetic, but maybe with a more powerful 250, they might be doing dual split exhausts and actually use them. I don't know. But right, what are we going for? So it automatically comes with the AMG package. It comes with the leather package, mirrors. So there's a lot, like, it comes standard, you get that, etc. We're going for this. So I already knew I was going for Prestige Plus. We're fully decking this car out, basically, is what I'm doing. And so that gives front, all the electric seats, which you'd probably expect of a car this price anyway. You get the better navigation system. You get a rear armrest randomly. You get a sunroof, which, not sure how much I'd use that. You get a 10-inch digital instrument display, so the thing that's in front of you, or your speedometer and everything. And you get the 10-inch media display. Fronted 8 seats, you get 64 colour ambient lighting, 4-way lumbar support, so you get quite a lot of stuff. Again, you also get, what else do you get? So, we're also going to be changing over to the special edition exclusive seats. It literally costs nothing, and they look like more sporty. But again, weird, look at the seats, the headrest. Again, that's the type of thing that I'd like to sit in, and it might not be very comfortable. So we'll test that out on Wednesday if they've got an example. They should. What I like about this, keyless go. So I never have to worry about locking the car. As long as I've got the key on me, it locks itself. And also when I'm, if I'm coming out the gym and it's raining, which it often is in England, when I put my gym bag in the boot of the car, you do the kick underneath the car and the boot opens for you, and because you have keyless, it knows you're around the car. I think it's something like a 5 feet range around the car. When you get past 5 feet, the car automatically locks itself. So you never have to lock or unlock the car. When you're approaching the car and you're 5 feet, it opens for you, which is obviously a very dumb thing that you don't really need, but it's nice. Like, why not? So yeah, that's pretty much the packages. Colors, right? So this is actually where I want you guys to help me out. I'm a bit confused. So that's the color my sister got, like literally the same. It looks great. The two randomly standard paint on Mercedes that don't cost anything extra are red and white. I'm not really interested in either of those. If it actually loads, that would be fantastic. It's between, so yeah, red. Mercedes don't look good to me in red. Favorite is Mountain Grey. I'd honestly, if there was a lighter grey, I'd prefer it, but that is the favorite, clear favorite to me. So let me know what you think of that. The other is the black. Now, I did say to myself that I would never have a black car again. It looks nice in black. The reason why, and it literally happened today, I went to a doctor's appointment today, I'm driving in and stuff, and what's in front of me, and I promise, literally could not believe it, a CLA 220. No, 250. Literally, I was like, that's my car. That's the one I want. It was a bit older, so it was the slightly older body type, but it was, it was very similar. And it was in black. And I was like, that actually looks pretty good in black. But then in my mind, I'm like, I did say I don't want another black car because dirt and mud shows very bad. So it's between that and, if it loads, wait for it, that. I think that, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking. And again, these would be the wheels that it has. In person, they actually look a little bit darker than this. I guess maybe they were just dirty. There is an option that I could swap them out for the black alloys, the black AMG alloys that you can't get unless you get the 3-litre car. You can get those. You can order them. Maybe I'll do that down the line. But that is literally how the car would look, is what I'm thinking. Which I like it. Interior, this to me isn't really an argument. So this is the standard red special edition. I think it looks very garish, a little bit tacky for this type of car. So I think we'll go for the black and light grey interior. I think it just looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more refined. And, this is a type of car that isn't supposed to be wacky. I watch a streamer called Maximus Black. He plays Autotune Tyrone in GTA Roleplay. I've actually watched the dude for many years, and he's got a what's he got? A C63S. Someone just subbed on Twitch and not even streaming. That happens all the time nowadays. But he's got a C63S, the monster coupe car. That suits that, right? The red interior suits that car that is supposed to be a bullet, and he's got 700 horsepower or something stupid. This isn't. This is a bit more refined. It's still quick. It's still elegant. But I don't think red interior, right? So that's what it would look like, but obviously I'd be right-hand drive. It only comes with the aluminum trim. My sister actually has a trim I prefer, but I can't get it. She's got a carbon fiber look, like a fake carbon fiber that I think it looks amazing, but I can't get it. It's the only option, so great. Sunroof, again, here's the weird thing. If I had an option, I actually would turn it off, but if you turn it off, you lose all this stuff. You lose electric front seats for some reason. So it's what? I really don't understand why you take one thing away and you lose 6 other things. It's really weird. Ambient lighting, so this is something that I really like. So you can change the color, all around everywhere, basically. I really like that. In memory seat, that's useful because my dad does drive my car occasionally. So yeah, that's cool. And again, you can set 3 different profiles, rear armrest, which is an option. Again, my sister's car doesn't have that. It's not a big deal because she doesn't have people in the back. I occasionally do. I don't drink, so family occasionally goes in the back of mine. Friends occasionally go back in the mine, so that is useful. For 4-way lumbar support, my current seats have got those. And then yeah, all this stuff is just standard from the packages that we spoke about earlier. This is crazy, by the way. Augmented navigation, so you can see here. Basically, there's a camera at the front of the car that displays the road in front of you, and over the real world, there's arrows that are telling you which way to go. Again, really good for if you're a little bit lost or you just don't really know the area, especially for roundabouts here in the UK. You're oh God, which exit is it? Some of them are really close by. The arrow will literally tell you where to go. That's really cool. Again, my sister's got this stuff, and she says it's actually really annoying. Active lane keeping assist. Apparently just buzzes or something if you're too close to a line. Some people will like that, but when you're overtaking people, unless you literally indicate to overtake every single time, you'll get that buzz, and you're And you apparently as well, you have to turn it off every single time. You can't just have it off permanently. Every time you get in the car, you have to turn it off. The one thing that I don't see, by the way, which is a little bit worrying, is you got the sound system here. There's not a better sound system. Again, my current car, we've spoken about why I'm upgrading. It's got little tech. I suck at parking, so even a rear reverse camera would be helpful. My current car, the one thing inside it that I think beats a lot of standard things in cars, even modern cars, is the sound system. It's got a Harman Kardon sound system that's got 24 speakers in the car. It's crazy good. And for me, that the German rock music that I play, etc., it sounds legit amazing. It would be weird to go to a worse sound system. And my sister got the option, would you like the Harman Kardon sound system? But it's not here. So that does worry me a little bit, if I'm honest. But that is something that we'll have to find out when we go. And then, yeah, you've got a 10-inch instrument display. My sister didn't get that bit, but it's not really different. You just get both. My sister's car has got just if you cut off that bit there, that's what she's got, and it's enough. You don't really need the 10-inch, but it just comes in one of the other packages. But yeah, that is pretty much the car we're building. Again, you can see the price up there. Put it in perspective. Again, we spoke about my current. This isn't a luxury, crazy dream. Well, it's a lovely car, and it's kind of a dream car too. It's not like I'm going dumb in price. This is 4,000 over what I was supposed to be spending. Because remember, I got that pre-registered car. I was going in there expecting to spend the 32, and then they offered me the pre-registered one for 28. That's why I took it. So it's only a little bit more than what I was planning to 2 years ago. And obviously I'm a little bit more successful now than I was 2 years ago. And also it's not even going to be that more expensive because this is not sponsored. Some of you may be aware of the service called CarWow. I personally watch the YouTube channel called CarWow. Literally the YouTube channel. He does car reviews. His name is Matt. He's just the reviewer of the company. The actual company, what you do is you go on there, you build your car, and then dealerships will bid whatever discount they can get. I did that. I built this on CarWow about a week ago, and I got bids. I got a Mercedes Cambridge is bidding, Mercedes Peterborough is bidding, Mercedes St. Ives is bidding, and I got up to, it was a 9-point-something% discount. So if you actually take that in respect, I'm going to be getting 3,000 off this. So it's really going to be a 33 roughly thousand car, which I think is a pretty good car for that. So yeah, and again, all the car reviewers, because again, I've gone quite in depth of which one to go for here. Brands, what about another BMW? What about another Audi? Not another that. What about Audi? In base, because this is the lower end of luxury cars. Obviously, Mercedes is winning. It's class leading in terms of technology, and that is what I want, is technology. And yeah, just to say, because people does it have the backup camera? Yeah, backup camera is standard, and it also, which I probably won't do, it parks itself. It can bay park or parallel park itself. I probably won't do that. I literally just want the reversing camera. But yeah, and also, dimensionally, some people are like, what about dimensions? This is a bigger car than what I've currently got. It's about, I think, 2 feet maybe longer and about half a foot wider, or maybe up to a foot wider. So it's a bigger car, or maybe it's more than 2 feet longer, actually. It might be. It's a bigger car, but that's what I wanted, right? The A-Class itself, I got in my sister's driving position and everything. It felt better than my car. It felt more roomy, and this car's even a bit bigger than that. So I think it's going to be perfect. So I'm recording this on Monday. I might upload this. Again, if I do upload, I still don't know if I'm going to upload this, because some people in Twitch was like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea to upload it, because I don't want it to come across. It's not a showy off thing. It's just sharing my life, because I love this type of stuff. And another reason I'll say why Mercedes, I support the Mercedes F1 team. I always have. I followed Lewis, Lewis Hamilton. So it's kind of cool to own the brand of the car that I support in F1. That's also kind of cool. If I wear a Mercedes hat for Mercedes F1, it also has kind of a double meaning that, hey, I've got a Mercedes and I support the F1 team. That's nice too. But yeah, that is more or less the car. So let me know what you guys think. Everyone has their own taste. Some people are like, am I getting this? No, I don't care about this. But yeah, I'm getting that special edition. All this stuff is extra. So yeah, it can park itself, which I don't know if I trust. Well, what happens to insurance if you put it on auto park and it bashes into someone's car? It's on you, right? Even though you technically didn't do it. So that's why I'd never probably use it. But yeah, and then also there's this energizing package. What the hell's that? The energizing package is a new feature. It offers you a comfort at the highest level for all of the senses. For this, premium items of equipment featuring innovative intelligence are bundled together. The exciting result, your Mercedes can vitalize you in a target manner for prolonged alertness at the wheel and a very pleasant drive. Oh, right. So my guess is it can maybe change the mood lighting. It can have some stuff on the screen that can calm you down. It can play nice ambient noise. That's a bit weird, if I'm honest. That's odd, isn't it? I don't need that. But yeah, that's going to be it. And I will say, I do, in my mind, have a plan when the new car comes, because, you know, I haven't driven my current one very much. I do have a plan in mind when the new one arrives that I want to try and do. I'm not going to say it at the moment, but it does involve driving more, and also to like fix the sleep schedule, so I'm not waking up at like 11 a.m. I'll be waking up at like 9 a.m. So, you know, not that different, but try to be a bit more active, let's just say. And it does involve this car. And, you know, some people are like, why wait until the car? Why not just do it now, or whatever that is? Sometimes when you get like a life change happens, a new house, a new job, a new car, whatever, it can maybe like make something happen, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, obviously this is very unique content that I've never done before. Throw a like on it. And I will say, this is obviously could be months away. That on Wednesday I'm test driving it. I might even look to buy it or order it on Wednesday. But it, you know, they said if I want this specific engine, it could not be Christmas. So yeah, it could be really far away. You know, we could be 5 months, 6 months out of it actually arriving. The funny thing though, to get a little laugh at you guys at the end of the video, with how license plates work here in the UK, my license plate will say 69. So we'll leave it on that. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.